we're going to be learning about an author and an actress named Kohlhaas. And she wrote a book called The Monologue Audition. So a lot of the concepts that we're going to be covered are covered in her book, The Monologue Audition. But I took that book and I took out kind of like the really important parts for you. And that's what we're going to be looking at. And I kind of made it a little bit simpler for you because the book is intended for people in the field, for professionals who are going out and auditioning for shows and taking their monologues to all of these auditions. So basically, it's auditioning skills, okay? But I took it and I made it a little bit simpler to follow and easier to follow for you. Okay, so to start, this is Kohlhaas, okay, the actress and author. So she wrote the book, The Monologue Audition, A Practical Guide for Actors. And she also produced a video that you can look up online later at monologueaudition.com, okay, if you would like. And she was in two films, so you can look that up on IMDb, House of Games and Fates Change, and then she's also a senior teacher and founding member of the Atlantic Theater Company. And she's still currently working and everything, so I imagine if we wanted to, we could even get in touch with her, which would be really awesome if she'd be willing to talk to us. Adrian.
Is it Kohlhaas or Kohlhaas?
Kohlhaas.
Okay, that says Kohlhaas.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. My first slide was correct. My second slide was wrong. Okay. All right. So I want you to answer these following questions when you look at the monologue that you chose for your audition. So what do I say about myself, and then what do I say about others? Okay. So thinking back on your own monologue, whatever you picked, you have to find the who is your character talking to, and how they feel about them, because that's very important. A monologue is not done in isolation, even though it feels that way. You're talking to an invisible person or an invisible audience, and your character needs to react to what feedback they get from that invisible character or that invisible audience. Yes, Adrian?
My character is literally talking to himself.
Okay, if your character's talking to yourself, obviously you're going to make strong choices about what that comes out as far as like your intensifier and things like that. So you might have like nervous habits and things like that would come out in your gesture. But as a general rule, you wouldn't look down, you would look up. When you look down, it disconnects you from your audience, and when you look up, it's more like you're thinking. As long as you make sure it's done in character and it doesn't look like you're trying to remember your monologue. Yeah. So as long as you stay grounded and you use that like if you're talking to yourself, and then a really general blocking choice for talking to yourself is usually pacing. Again, you have to be careful with pacing, that it doesn't come across that you're nervous. So if you pace with purpose and you make it match kind of what your character is thinking about, and then they stop and you ground yourself at given moments that you've chosen, then it'll come across as talking to yourself. Yeah. As long as you have focus. Bless you. Anybody else questions about that we're talking to? Yeah.
I have a question about what do I say about others?
Okay. How does your character feel about other people in your monologue? Does the character ever reference another person or another group of people?
I reference like how I want the prince to treat me.
Okay, so that's the other person. Okay. How do you talk about him in the monologue? Because you need to build in how you as a character feel about him. So does she say anything in the monologue about him?
She just says like what she wants them to do.
Okay.
Like I want them to battle their way against dragons. Like she doesn't really talk about them. Just wants what.
So then you can use your imagination for like the description of what he might appear to look like to you. But if there's no impression given, then you can't answer that question. Yes. Cool. You can stop.